CommSec for a look at the markets. We've had a few days off now. Tom Piotrowski, how are we going to open up today?
Pete, we're going to kick off with a small gain. It's a question as to how durable that's going to be, given the fact that we have got a holiday-shortened week on our hands. But having said that, there's plenty to occupy investors, Pete, because we've got inflation reports out of China and the US this week. We've also got some important unemployment figures at home. And then on top of that, we've got the US company reporting season to kick off. And the first cabs off the rank in that respect are US banks. So that'll provide a glimpse under the bonnet of what's been going on with US financial institutions over the course of the last couple of weeks in particular, given the fact that we actually have seen some figures from the US Federal Reserve that credit creation amongst banks has been severely constrained because of the banking crisis over there. So that will be quite important. But in terms of what we saw overnight, the broader market, the S&P 500, up by around 0.1% at the close. It was able to recover from a pretty decent deficit when it was down by about 0.75%. The thing that still hangs in people's minds is at the end of last week, we saw the US unemployment report, or the non-farm payrolls figures as they're referred to. And whilst the jobs growth was a little bit below the market's expectations, the unemployment rate actually fell. So that debate as to what the US Federal Reserve is going to do with interest rates, of course, that was front of mind for investors. And now there's a 70% chance that there will be another rate hike of 0.25%. That's sort of increased a little bit from a 50-50 chance from the most recent low, if you like, of last week. So it'll be an interesting week, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, they always are. Did you have a nice weekend, Tom? Did you get that roast lamb going on Sunday?
Look, actually, it was more of a casserole weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't get the roast happening.
You get the curry?
So,
you get the curry into the mix there?
No.
Some chili and spices, no?
No, it didn't feel like a spicy weekend. It was more of a subdued flavour, like just your standard chicken casserole was the highlight. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that?
Nothing. No judgment.
Okay. Did your wife like that?
It was well received amongst the entire audience, yes.
Good one.
I've been very nondescript there, suggesting that my wife wasn't involved, which she wasn't, but that's another question entirely. She was away.
That's why. I was going to ask you why not, because anyway, but you might be like me,
everything's
Tom.
good at home, Pete. Thanks for asking.
I don't like sharing the kitchen when I'm cooking because people get in the way. I need to have full control. That's how I do
you
things.
are very similar. We have a monastic approach to the kitchen.
I think that's because we come from the Eastern Bloc, right? It's a control thing.
Indeed.
Talk to you later, Tom. Appreciate that.